live on your mental health, a new dating trend called floodlighting. Have you heard about this? That's when single people share their most personal secrets on the first date. Joining us now is Dr. Alice Connors-Kellgren, a clinical psychologist at Tufts Medical Center. Good to see you.
Nice to see you, Jessica.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk to you about this topic. It's the first I've heard of this. To me, doesn't sound like a great idea, but it's getting a lot of attention on social media. What's the appeal about kind of sharing your deepest, darkest secrets immediately on a date?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, dating can be really challenging and scary for a lot of people. And particularly with like app dating, there can be a lot of pressure to kind of speed up the process and figure out if someone is a good fit within the first date or the first couple of dates. So, sharing really personal information on a first date creates a sense of intimacy and vulnerability very early on. It can kind of be a test to see if a date can like handle the good, bad, and ugly parts of someone. And then in addition to that, people who have grown up with social media are exposed to a lot of kind of curated vulnerability that can make it hard for them to know how to build intimacy in a safe and healthy way.
Okay, I can understand that, the wanting to connect and see who can kind of handle that. But are there risks associated with that? Because too much information can be tricky when you're just getting to know someone.
Yeah, there are a lot of downsides to this trend. So ideally, we build safety and intimacy with somebody over time. We progress from superficial details about ourselves to more personal experiences. Floodlighting disrupts this process. It creates a false sense of intimacy that doesn't have the foundation of trust and safety we need to build a healthy relationship. So this can create an unbalanced dynamic in which one person enters more of like a caregiving role and the other person is more of like an emotionally fragile partner. Or it can push people away at the beginning if they don't feel ready to hear that level of depth.
I think you're right. I think it could be a lot to take, especially when you may not even know the other person's last name. So where would you draw the line between sharing and oversharing on a first date?
Yeah, so in my opinion, first dates are about getting to know the basics. Like, do you share a sense of humor with this person? Do you have similar values or common interests? So really focus on learning and sharing all that kind of foundational stuff in the first couple of dates. And remember that intimacy takes time to develop. So, let it evolve naturally over the course of many conversations and shared experiences.
Great advice as always, Dr. Connors-Kellgren. Thank you so much for your insight.
Thanks for having me.